fucking mustard for this one.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Ftl and I'm bringing you another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video, and today's video is going to be based on the specialist rigs in Infinite Warfare. As we know now that all of them have been unlocked now, especially if you're rank number 30 and you've kind of reached the level cap, which is rank number 30. So we're going to head over into the specialist rigs and see what we have in terms of all the specialist rig loadout. So firstly, we'll be starting off with the number 1, which is the Warfighter, and he has got payloads of the Claw, Combat Focus and Overdrive. The Claw is something a bit new that's been added obviously into Infinite Warfare. Combat Focus, pretty much self-explanatory. It adds towards your score streak, helps you get them a lot faster, and Overdrive is just giving you that extra boost in speed. That's pretty much it for the payload. The traits are something which are different this year in Infinite Warfare, and it's a real kind of bonus and benefit to those guys who really want to go for longer streaks and stuff like that. I believe it's tailor-made for those sort of people. But obviously, you're just playing the game and you just kind of standard and casual. The game don't really matter. But ping, we've seen that in Call of Duty Ghosts. It obviously gives you, once you get a kill, will give you a small little radius of if there's any enemies around, it will ping them on the minimap for you. So that's a good perk. I think that's kind of good for actually going on nuclear streaks, and I think it will be beneficial once we're allowed Scavenger in the full game. That will be actually a trait that I'll be using a lot. Persistence, not too sure about what persistence is. Disables and resets a score streak on death while making score streaks cost increasingly more points. You can only earn each of the score streaks once per match. Okay, that's possibly not what you want, but if you want to earn your score streak once per match, then go for it. Resupply is like Scavenger, I believe, but it's just lethals and tacticals by picking up ammo boxes. Successful kills will not explode. So it's not going to give you ammo for your weapon, it's just going to give you the lethal and tactical. That's it really. So that's not really beneficial to me because I'm not going to be running many lethal or tactical. It's going to be straight gun on gun with me. So I'm not really going to be using that trait, that rig I should say, personally from my standpoint. Let's head over to the next one, the Merc rig. Let's see what that offers. The Steel Dragon. Now this one is a bit more towards people who are playing the beta and going for that nuclear, that de-atomizer bomb. I believe this is the one that you want with the trait change. But you got the Steel Dragon, which is basically a laser weapon, which will just basically light them up once it's hit accurately. But when I was using this gun, I gotta say it doesn't, the hit detection doesn't reach them very good. I don't know why that is. And now got a phone call. I don't know why he's calling me right now. But yeah, it just hit direction is, I don't even know. I will just leave Steel Dragon for now. Bull Charge is just the right shield. You just go charging at people and kill them. Reactive armor is basically ballistic. That's kinetic armor from Black Ops 3. So that's pretty much self-explanatory there. Gives you that extra bit of health and having a bit of a shield on you in a sense. So let's go over to the traits. Traits, the infusion, regen, your health faster. In this game, you die so quick, and you don't even regen your health really quick, and it's really bad. The fact that you die so quick, and I'm not too much of a big fan of that because it's hard to get these triples and quad feeds because you die so quick. Literally, if you're killing 2 people, you're just 1 bullet away from dying, man. Literally 1 bullet all the time. That's the thing. Like in other games, you can get away with it and pull off another couple of kills, but it's just not possible at times. It's all reliant on your kind of movement in the game. So that's a good, trait to have. Man's at Arms. This is what everyone is pretty much using to go on the nuclear de-atomizer strike kill streak. So this is kind of just giving you more ammo to start off with and begin with, and it kind of helps you get a lot more kills because you'll have a bit more ammo in your ammo capacity. So that's pretty much it. Shockwave, not too sure what Shockwave is. I believe it's just it's basically like Gravity Spike. Shockwave it is like Gravity Spike is saying. Yeah, it's just a straight ground and pound into the ground, boom, everyone's dead like Gravity Spike. So similar sort of specialist traits, you could say, as Black Ops 3, not too much different from there, from the Mercury. And then we're going to go into Sympathic, I don't even know, Sympathic, and it's giving me a loadout of what the rig is, so I don't really want to see that. And literally the payload is decent on this one. I'm going to say it's like the side, as they call it, the Sympathic, reminiscent of the side from Black Ops 3. You got the Equalizer, which is 2 akimbo sort of G18s with silencers attached to it, which are not bad in the game. I'm going to say they are kind of powerful in a sense, but obviously with the silencer attached to it, you'd be off the radar as well. So it's a really good thing there. Close combat, always want to be in it by using that. The Reaper is obviously one of those, you know, the scythe or machine gun in your hand. So it's literally that. And rewind is basically like glitch from Black Ops 3. So you're basically just going to go back to a few places where you were before you engage in a gunfight or whatnot. But it's mainly used to obviously avoid gunfights and avoid basically getting killed. So that's basically glitch. The traits are pretty much not the best in this category. I would say combat burst after each kill, gain a brief boost to movement speed. Alright, that's alright. A brief boost is not too bad after each kill. It's not too bad. I think that's quite decent. Propulsion improves thrusters, allow energy to recover faster. So that reminds me a bit like it's Afterburner. I believe it possibly could be Afterburner. And also damages enemies once you're above them. So obviously the elevation change in Infinite Warfare is similar to Black Ops 3. If you're above them, I mean, it apparently damages them. That is a good thing. That is something which actually, something I might actually use. I quite like that, the propulsion one. And rushdown is actually quick move in any direction pressing F. Okay, that might just be a short burst or a short sprint that is allowed for you to just kind of just spurt off to in a certain direction. A bit like overdrive, but obviously overdrive lasts a bit longer. You can go in different directions. I believe you just can rush in one specific direction and just blast in one specific direction, like I said. But that is it pretty much for the what rig was this? Sympathic, aka the Reaper from Black Ops 3. Ftl is one of my favorites, I have to say. Ftl rig is decent because I like the Eraser. Eraser is just like the Annihilator from Black Ops 3. Ftl Jump is just an actual, it's like a glitch in a sense, but it pushes you forward instead of a glitch when it takes you back. So it just gives you a short burst and it just pushes you, it propels you forward, which is a good thing, I think, in gunfights that you can't get to, you want to just get to it quickly. It's actually a good thing, so it's like a reverse glitch. And then phase shift displaces you into another dimension, avoiding damage. Other phase players can engage you. Okay, that's a bit of a weird one. I feel like it's a bit of a glitch and overdrive mixed into one, and you can't really get hit. I'm not too sure about that one. Once I try that one, I'll let you guys know. I'm not too sure about that one, but that's only available in the full game. We'll see that one. Phase shift, a bit of a different one, but it looks like a mix of some of the specialist traits already in the game, or payloads in the game. Now let's head over to the traits in the Ftl rig. The supercharge, which kills, drops payload, cooldown packs for your team. So I believe obviously if they're running low on health, it helps them regen their health and just gets them going a lot quicker. That is a good thing, and this kind of is kind of reminiscent to Battlefield in a sense when you drop med packs. I believe it could be the same thing. I'm not too sure, but to me it feels like that is the same thing. Perception, yellow with enemies out of the view of targeting you. Okay, so I guess the display of the minimap gets bigger and pulses yellow when enemies out of your view, when they're literally in distance. I think marksman perk will be valuable to use with that trait. Not really going to use that one. Powerslide, gain increased sliding distance and the ability to ADS while sliding. So obviously if you just like sliding around and you start hip firing and stuff, this is the perk for you, and I believe it's a bit like lightweight at times. So Powerslide's decent trait there. So let's move on to the next one. Striker, the Striker Specialist, guys. The Striker Specialist, I have not used this one yet. The last two bottom ones obviously I have not used yet. You got the Gravity Vortex Gun, which is a prototype launcher that fires a slow moving projectile which distorts gravity, pulling in any damaging enemies. So this looks like a wonder weapon or wonder waffle, whatever the gun is from zombies. So he just drags them and he just sucks them in. As far as I can tell, the Gravity Vortex Gun is something like that. We'll try it and be sure to let you guys know. Micro turret is literally self-explanatory, just like a sentry gun. The Centurion deploys defense system that destroys projectile enemies about. So I don't know if this is like an actual trophy system or something like that, but a defense system that destroys projectiles. So yeah, it pretty much is a trophy system. So it's going to protect from EMP, stun grenades, flashbangs, grenades, all that sort of tacticals and lethals. I'm pretty sure this is the payload to protect you from that, basically. So the traits in this one is relay. We have relay, we have trophy drone, and we have harden. So relay is placed equipment will alert the player of nearby enemies on the minimap. That's quite a decent, but obviously I don't really use equipment, so it won't be beneficial to me. Equipments will paint enemy targets upon detonation. So obviously if someone walks past a C4, it's going to paint them on the minimap. I believe. So it's going to paint them on the minimap, and obviously it will alert you that they're near your equipment. So that's pretty much you know, an overpowered thing. I'd say that might be used a lot in Search and Destroy, but we'll see about that. But trophy drone, portable trophy zone. So that is basically a trophy. I don't know if it's similar to Centurion, but it is what it is. Hardened, placed equipment and drones have increased protection from damage. Okay, so it's got more protection on it from obviously people wanting shooting sentry guns down, any sort of I believe it counts to streaks as well. So anything which is a streak, it will be harder to shoot down, harder to destroy, and yeah, I don't know if there's a counter for that, but that's pretty much that trait there. Then we will move on to the last rig, which is the Phantom, aka the card 4 character. The Phantom, we're going to see the payload, which he has is the Ballista EM3. Highly accurate electromagnetic projectile launcher with increased penetration capability. I was about to say capacity, but this looks just like, you know, a sniper rifle that's just going to fire ridiculously quick. So launcher, man, they're all launchers. I don't know what it is, man. Why they want to give so many launchers? Then we've got the Pulsar, which is advanced EM sensor, allows you to visualize enemy position. Okay, now we're actually going into something. This actually feels like it's an actual vision pulse. It feels like it is going to be vision pulse, so it's Pulsar, so kind of reminiscent to obviously Black Ops 3. So we did kind of say vision pulse would be overpowered in Black Ops 3, but I don't think it is. But this might be beneficial, man, depending on how many times you get it in a game. Will be good. I don't mind using Pulsar once you got that. And obviously, last but not least, is active camo. We all know that active camo with a very underrated perk in Black Ops 3. It's a beneficial perk in my eyes to use, and it is a payload in Infinite Warfare, so I'd use the active camo. Pulsar do look like two payloads that I will use, two specialists in my eyes. Over to the traits, we got marked target, so damaging enemies with gunfire will mark them from depth. So this is pretty much like Recon Pro from Modern Warfare 3. So once you've tagged them, they will show up on the minimap like a VSAT or like an advanced UAV, basically. I'm presuming so. Preventing regen for 5 seconds. So I don't know if that's 5 seconds they'll be on the map, or they just can't regen their health for 5 seconds. It is a beneficial thing in this game. I think mark target will be something I'd use to go on the streaks, but without scavenger you can't really do that, so I'm gonna have to use something else. Rearguard equips a back shield that provides protection against attack. That's actually good, but I do think a lot of people will be trolling with the Rearguard Specialist. Who knows? It's obviously a shield on the back protecting you. Who knows if you'll be able to use it in front of you as a shield? We don't know. So Rearguard that is. So it's classed as the Rearguard, so don't believe you can bring it to the front and use it as a shield. We go on to the heightened senses. Audio cues provide advanced warning of fast moving or aerial hostiles getting lower to the ground will increase the range of detection. Okay, this feels like it's a bit like a sound roaring perk to me, and you can actually hear people around you, but it does feel like a sound roaring perk trait, I should say. So it could be beneficial for obviously guys who want to stay silent, discreet, and have a low profile in the game. This might be beneficial for you who has a headset and can sound roar. This might be the perk for you. I'm not too sure if I will be using that one personally, because there's a lot more quality traits in some of the other rigs, and I believe the only one that really catches my eye right about now is the marked target. Obviously it's a big one. So that's pretty much it for all the specialist rigs. We got the Phantom, we got the Striker, the FTL, we got Sympathic, Merc, and the Warfighter. They are all the specialist rigs in Infinite Warfare. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little lowdown and breakdown on the specialist rigs. If you have, don't forget to leave it a like rating, comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm going to be trying to go for this, you know, nuclear de-atomizer right now, because I've unlocked the weapon, see how I go. And I should be uploading a video later on today as well, possibly a gun game for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to leave a like rating, comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And it's your boy Ftl, and I'm out. Peace.